What's good, gamers? Akalon here, and we have a drama. Blizzard decided that they will not put the war into Warcraft, so the WoW content creators have taken it upon themselves to put the war in Warcraft. It's been absolute all-out war on Twitter, and if you know anything about me and my Twitch community, we live for the drama. So we've been covering this. I'm going to give you the TLDR as much as I can, and then obviously I'm going to have my own hot spicy takes just to make sure that you guys are adequately pissed off at me so that, you know, there's someone that you can be angry with, even if, for example, you didn't know anything about this war. Okay, so it all starts with Bellular making a video titled, "What Happened?" The TLDR of Bellula's video, effectively, and this is something that I have said myself, Blizzard have done a phenomenal job in Dragonflight of laying down a foundation. The problem is that with every patch, Blizzard seems to change the foundation and then lay it down again. Nothing is ever built upon the foundation. A foundation is great, but you cannot live in it. You need to actually start building on it. Now, what do we refer to when we say building on it? We mean evergreen content. We mean things that players can engage in years from now. Players will still be engaging within this content. So think an upgraded and updated mage tower, or a Torghast that's been fixed so that it's actually fun and unending 150 levels that you have to go through. Think the farm, the garrisons maybe being brought up and actually made customizable, housing, things of that nature. These are evergreen content or systems that allow for people to feel like there's a sense of journey and a sense of progression within the game, and things aren't just willy-nilly being removed from them at all times. That's effectively what Bellula's entire video boils down to. I had no problem with that video, but then a new video emerged, and this time the video was from a creator by the name of PandaTV. Apparently the guy's been in the WoW community or in the WoW scene for about 12 years now. And in his video, and again, I'm not going to go through all of these videos because a lot of it is just nonsense for nonsense sake and speaking a lot of words and basically it all just boils down to the following. Bellular makes negative videos for negativity's sake, and Bellular, among others, is to blame for the current state of the game. Now, Panda says this in his first video. He then makes another video where he clarifies that he didn't say this, even though he did absolutely say this, but then he goes on in that same video basically saying it again. All right. Now, again, you know, he didn't actually say that Bellular is the only reason for why World of Warcraft is in the state that it is in, but he did effectively say that it is one of the reasons, effectively making the claim TLDR-wise, and hey, if I'm wrong, you can tell me, you can watch the video, it's available for everyone. But what I took from that is that when WoW creators are just negative the whole time, it hurts the developers' feelings, and when the developers are hurt, they can't make good content. You know, and the developers don't want to make content because they don't want their feelings hurt, because they don't want players to say mean things about the things that they make. If that was true, then Dragonflight would never have happened, because we were super negative during Shadowlands, and yet the developers made a new thing called Dragonflight that we all praised. So, you know, all the evidence suggests that Panda is full of shit and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he still went on and he doubled down and then he tripled down on his approach. I want to be clear. There is something incredibly malicious and just downright evil about the just negative for clicks. You're being negative just to get views, which is effectively what Panda alludes to in his video. The reason it is so malicious, first and foremost, we all only make content for clicks. If a content creator gets 0 clicks on his videos, he's unemployed. At that point, he's no longer a content creator. He just screams into a void and no one's watching. You're a content creator, you're making shit for clicks. You made your entire Twitter video for clicks, or X video, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? But it was for clicks. You wanted clout, and you got it in spades, and then it wasn't the kind of clout that you were hoping for. You hoped the WoW community would absolutely rally behind you. Instead, you got absolutely sloshed, and you started to walk it back. The problem was, even in walking it back, you never actually provided any evidence. If you're going to make a claim, right, and say that it's only negativity for the sake of clicks, you best be able to provide evidence for that accusation, because what you're doing is you are accusing someone of being dishonest. You're outright saying this person is dishonest. They don't actually believe what they are saying. Unless you can prove that, so unless you have some kind of evidence to prove that that is indeed why someone is making the content, what you're engaging in is fallacious argumentation. Why do we not allow fallacies within arguments? Because fallacies become incredibly difficult to defend, and they are false, right? You're using a tactic that gets the audience on your side because the audience is too fucking stupid to actually follow the argument. They just immediately realize, oh yeah, he is a dishonest asshole. And suddenly I'm left having to defend myself from not being dishonest. And for the same reason you can never prove that I am actually being dishonest, I can never prove that I am being honest, because what you're asking me is to prove intent. You're asking me to prove a feeling, right? Or a belief, which is impossible to do. I hate when people start their arguments with, oh, just negative for negative clicks. Every video that I have ever made on my channel, and I can't speak for anyone else because I'm not everyone else, but I can honestly say that every video that I have ever made on my channel, at the time of uploading the video, I believed in 100%. There are videos on my channel to this day that I have since changed my mind on, yeah. But I keep them up because people need to be able to see the true me, right? So I keep those videos up. But yes, there are videos where I now look back and I go, wow, that was a stupid fucking take. I've absolutely changed my mind on it. But hey, you know, that was part of the journey. But I have always believed it at the time of uploading it. Telling people, oh, you're just negative for the sake of clicks, is a way of discounting their argument without ever having to engage in the argument, and it is incredibly bad. But anyways, it gets even worse at this point. So Panda goes on and basically makes a complete tit of himself, right? Just trying to double down and then calling the community stupid because no one seems to watch his video and come away with what he says he meant with the video. Like literally no one. Everyone that watches his videos comes away with him basically slandering Bellular with zero evidence whatsoever, because that's effectively what he says. He makes the claim that Bellular knows nothing and that Bellular is only attacking developers for the sake of attacking them, and that Bellular, even though none of that is true, by the way, and it was exposed in apparently an interview with Asmongold. I haven't watched the interview yet, but Asmongold spoke to him, and when Asmongold pushed him on this, he basically said, I'm sure he did it at some point, you know. Like, so he couldn't even provide evidence for some of his accusations, but everyone walked away from that basically thinking Panda is an asshole, right? Rightfully so, because that's what his video implies. But, you know, he wanted to double down on it, and the more he doubled down, the more people went, nah, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, right? All of this effectively culminates in Towley speaking up on behalf of Panda, and also making what I would consider probably one of the most baseless claims I have ever seen in my entire life. And this I will actually show you guys, because I think it's absolutely disgusting. So Towley tweets the following, and this is at Panda, right? Towley tweets, besides the YouTube algorithm dictating the climate of the videos, here are facts. Facts, okay? He doesn't know the player base, but in the video, he makes claims he knows. He doesn't, actually. The first fact that Towley points out is a lie. In fact, Bellular, every single time, makes it clear that this is how he sees it. Based on the community feedback that he gets from his own community, he sees it this way, and he identifies this as perhaps being the problem. He never claims that this is an objective fact, or that he objectively knows the whole player base. At no point does he do it. In fact, in his video, he makes it clear that he's only speaking about his community and the spaces that he himself finds himself in. But never mind, he doesn't have the data to support anything he says besides the feel of the community. Not having the data, Bellular is one of the most data-driven content creators out there. How many videos have Bellular made where he has carefully and painstakingly showed and cited every single data point, to the point where it almost gets a little bit fucking boring to watch, because it's just graphs and graphs and graphs of things that show the data. So again, another fact that isn't a fact, Towley. Let's be real here. The feel is how he feels. Yes, exactly what he said in the fucking video in question. It's how he feels, and it's what he identifies as a content creator. Well, okay, fact, I suppose that is true. He said it, so it's fine. He took advantage of a situation where it was easy to shit on a 10.1.7 patch, which we already knew. He wasn't just shitting on the 10.1.7 patch. Here's another fact that Towley invents that is completely false in every single metric. We're shitting on all of the patches. Since patch 10.0.7, all the way up until now, it has been the same thing over and over again. Remember that foundation keeps getting laid down. Blizzard has the foundation right, but then every patch, the foundation gets changed, but it's still just the foundation. Nothing is actually built upon the foundation. It's a great foundation, don't get me wrong. I love the foundation in Dragonflight right now, but where's the buildings? Where's the things going up that actually makes it all feel good, right? That doesn't exist. So, no, again, one of your facts. So out of all 5 of your facts here, it's 5, right? It's 4. Out of all 4 of your facts, only 1 is true, but that's only because he fucking said it. So I guess facts is a little bit misleading here, but never mind. I am also a child of the grind, but all in all reason they went away from systems isn't because they're scared. It is because it drove away a lot of the casual player base. Their reason the sub retention is so good is because the gearing is faster, the patches are faster, and this allows players to stay engaged longer. I don't actually agree with this, as I said in the beginning. I think it's because people aren't forced to log in as often anymore, and this leads to people just not logging in as often anymore. So for most people, World of Warcraft has now become a complete filler game, where maybe they'll log in once or twice a week to sort of hang out for a bit. I hear from a lot of people that will log in for about an hour a week and then log out because they're kind of bored. They keep playing and they keep paying because it's something to do when they don't have anything else to do. But there's no reason for them to log in for longer than an hour because they're not driven by the Mythic Plus or the raids. They're not driven by the foundation. They want buildings to be erected upon this. Ultimately, what this entire drama session has exposed is there's a massive rift that is starting to create itself within the WoW content creator scene, which is very interesting, and I'm absolutely here for it. But effectively, the rift that exists now, and here's something that I'm going to throw out here, and I realize that this in and of itself is an ad hominem. I am right now making a fallacious argument, but I'm making this fallacious argument purely because I'm trying to understand their own ad hominems. The only reason I can see someone believing or trying to push the idea that you're simply making clicks or simply making content for clicks is because they do that themselves. That's all I can believe at this point. I can only think that guys like Towley and guys like Panda consistently make content as positive as humanly possible in order to protect their contacts at Blizzard, in order to protect their favor at Blizzard, in order to protect what community they have, and they don't actually believe any of the things that they're saying, but they're saying it because, you know, they have to. It would be catastrophic if they went against the grain, because Blizzard would never forgive them and they would lose all of their contacts that they built up at Blizzard over the course of the many years. I'm not saying that it is that. I'm trying to understand why they would make it, because the only people that usually see dishonesty everywhere are people that themselves are incredibly dishonest. That's all I can fucking think of. And before you think, wow, that will never happen, Akko, think about how many of you are watching this video right now and you're in a job that you absolutely fucking hate. You can't stand going to work. You would rather a cow finger fucked you than actually going to work. Yet you do it every single day because what else are you going to do? You need the money. Now, if you think creators aren't capable of the exact same thing, you're a moron. People will do anything for money. Even lie. Anyways, that's it from me. Let me know what you think about this entire drama session. I tried to TLDR it as much as possible. We spent almost 4 hours yesterday on the stream reacting to all of this, so there's a lot of things that you don't know yet, but you know all of the basics, so I've done my job. Anyways, like the video if you liked it, subscribe over on Patreon if you want to support the channel more and want to keep this channel free from sponsorships. As always, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourself. Peace.